Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our second episode of our brand new D&D campaign. And we'll all say it together again. Keep it D100. This is our first ever campaign, 10 Days Till Paradise, where in our first episode, we met our 4 adventurers. We have Jewels of Santana, our high elf monk. We have Zulira, a tiefling sorcerer. We have Paragon, a Goliath rune-carving fighter, and then, of course, Barry, our Warforged artificer. We began this campaign in episode 1 inside of a paradise, inside of an absolute, normally end of campaign, all the bad guys are dead, all the problems of the world are solved, inside of this magical rod of maximum security, where our heroes spent the last a year at a time, living their wildest dreams, whatever their imagination can come up with, their perfect vision of life for a year. And then once every year, they have to exit this paradise for a period of 10 days and live back in the real world like a bunch of schmucks, unfortunately. This time, however, you were all met immediately upon arrival with an ambush, and they were prepared, having thrown some stunning potions and paralyzing effects and crossbow bolts and, fiery poisons that all incapacitated you enough for them to take your magical item. And you all now have 10 days to get it back before whoever this person is working for. He did mention that his boss was looking for this thing. You have 10 days to get it back before, theoretically, they use it or sell it and it's gone forever. And then you'll have to live in the real world forever. And nobody wants that. So, as we begin our second game, we left off inside the city of Oracle in the Bronze Claw Bites. We met our Paragon's merchant friend, Roland. You're chatting with Roland a little bit about kind of the comings and goings of the city. And for the last year, as you all have been gone, some tensions have been broiling under the surface that have now seemed to have exploded in a series of attacks between the sort of revolutionaries that are fighting against the sort of tyrannical, power-hungry Landingham family that controls the city of Oracle, this mining conglomerate, big baron mining fella and his family that have sort of insulated themselves in the interior plain keep of the city itself, leaving kind of the rest of the city to sort of fend for themselves with what little resources they let them have. So as this sort of issue of finding your own rod, your own magical item is going on, there's sort of a backdrop of revolution and chaos sort of happening throughout the city. And one of these individuals involved in this is Jewels' friend JJ, who you saw in a tavern across the street from Roland's place. And you came across them in a moment of, you're not sure exactly what happened. You went up to say hi to them. They immediately kind of looked nervous that you were here, constantly checking a pocket watch as if to count down a certain time. And then before you even had a chance to share pleasantries, they got up and put a mask on, as well as a few other similarly masked individuals, went outside of the tavern where Barry was waiting and saw a patrol guarding a hand cart with a blanketed package of some kind behind it. And as these individuals came out, you heard one of them just shout, "Fuck you, pigs!" and throw bombs at these patrol guards, setting off an explosion as they sort of hold their hands up. And immediately one of them shouted out to activate the unit, which then glowing eyes appeared under this blanket. And as it was lifted off, a Warforged unit of large size, of huge, thick armor, small, like very Terminator vibe, but no, not quite as polished off her chrome. The interesting part of that is it kind of looks like a upgraded version of our friend Barry. But we're going to begin with initiative. So could everyone please roll me initiative?
12.
So we have 12, 10, 9.
6.
So, Again, it's still storming. There is rain coming down. There is wind. There's also some people are shouting to try and like get your words just heard across because there's a lot of commotion going. And as these sort of explosions go off, the glow of light comes in like through the tavern that you were all sitting in, as well as through Roland's place. You were just getting ready to kind of head up and go as your friends had already left this place, and you see all of a sudden like an explosion and shouting starting to go out immediately outside the building. We are going to begin with the revolutionaries themselves as they rolled really high on their initiative. You see that JJ up here in the front, your friend, pulls out this like big broadsword as he comes up and starts running straight towards all the patrol officers here. He runs up through like the fire and stuff from these explosions. Again, this seems like something that they've done before as his sort of comrade throws his bombs, and right through the fire he just and slashes at the closest individual there. He is going to hit. You see as they cut straight across, and like the blade, as they're still kind of holding their hands up, cuts through like forearm and a little bit of the cheek of this patron right here, as it just kind of comes down, stumbles to a knee immediately as they try to like pull back and recover and pull their weapons out. You see there is another woman behind him who is holding a crossbow as well, kind of like a hand crossbow, similar to the individual that jumped y'all, but not the same one for any means. It's just the same kind of weapon. He has this long black hair. It's kind of this ponytail type. She has like nice posture. You see as she sort of has like a cigarette that's lit. That's still kind of like she's like hiding it from the rain as she's sort of smoking it. Just like one arm out, takes a shot towards this Warforged construct thing that is going. Ping! Hits off of this thick armor immediately as Barry, you clock that this thing probably has a pretty high AC. Bounces off the side here as the guy who threw the bombs originally, you just see he's in the back and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! But you know what the fuck's going on?" He's like fucking hyped up. He's just like going through that stuff. He pulls out a couple other potion bottles, chucks those. He's gonna throw one. He's going to try to throw and hit it right the big guy in the face, and he gets very high. You see as he just, like, pulls out basically like a Molotov cocktail and just kind of, like, goes. And actually he runs up to this other woman on the side here and just, like, holds up to her cigarette, and she's, like, lights the little tip of this thing, and he hurls it, blasts right in the center here on all of them. They're going to make some saves really quick. And they already got hit once from this first bomb that he threw that kind of set this whole thing off. 4 of them saved. The 2 right here in the front both fail. That guy that had already been slashed through, he immediately drops to the ground. He is like dead right away as this fire blasts and kind of like singes some of his clothes and his face. Immediately goes down, and you see all of them have like barely have had time to recognize what the hell's going on, as they're just getting pelted from all of these shots in this fire. And then finally, there's one more. Yeah, this little like rogue-like guy right up here. He's going to run up and try to take a stab at the other guy. He's going to miss. He's kind of like trying to get in there with some daggers. Can't quite land a hit. That is going to be the revolutionaries. We are then going to start with Barry.
I knew it. War is upon us. I look for them. I look for my friends first, right? I won't say my friends, but I look for my.
I look for my friends.
I look for my other paradise buddies.
Give me a perception check real quick.
13.
13, cool. Yeah, I would say at this moment you kind of see like sort of the door opening a little bit as Paragon is starting to step out of his friend Roland's place, which is kind of like in this general area, right, sort of in the middle. Your tavern was kind of back here a little bit. But yeah, he's starting to come out. You have no idea where Zulira or Jewel is.
Yeah. Paragon, war is upon us.
Yes, war definitely is upon us. That's what this
Will you join this fight?
I don't know. Might not be my fight. I want to like scope out to kind of see, because I wasn't out here when this happened.
Yeah.
I want to like kind of like try and, can I tell what's happening?
When we get to your turn, we'll check for that. For right now,
okay.
No.
I would like to join this fight, but first, I must talk with my creator, see what he wants. So I kind of want to walk away.
What's your creator?
Yeah, I want to go talk to Garrick.
You gonna leave it? You just gonna leave the fight?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're trying to like figure out what exactly is going on, you know, and again, in wartime, like, you're very much like, you get the kind of situation in town here of like revolutionary loyalists, whatever, but you're like, especially by yourself right now, you're kind of like, well, I don't know what's happening. This freaking huge thing looks like me. I don't know why. And so you're kind of just like backing off a little bit. Where do you want to, while you're currently kind of in front of this sort of area right here, do you fully like try to distance yourself and get out of here? Or are you looking for your friends? What are you doing?
I'm
not
taking
friends. Not friends. Companions.
my paradise.
Paradise buddies.
Paradise pals.
Yes.
Paradise
I take it back. Let's just take a step back, and I say, a lesser motto of me has clearly been erected. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. And I just take a step back and I kind of fade away. I don't go too far back, maybe about 15 feet back. I kind of gesture to Paragon that I am going to walk away.
Do you want to hold any actions or anything, or you're just going to kind of hang out and check?
No, I'm chilling. Yeah.
Cool. As you're walking and trying to get a sense of what the hell's going on, that is going to be the loyalists' turn. Fire's going off. This explosion just happened. They're getting shot. They're stabbed. And then you see finally as these kind of guards, who are again wearing like heavier armor and these weapons, they're just like pull out blades, long blades, a couple spears. Some of them have like little long, almost halberd-looking weapons in the back there. You see as they counterattack immediately with against your friend Jim, as well as this other individual who are up in the front. Only one of those individuals are going to hit. You see, like, Jim strikes down that one guy in the bottom, and it's another one of the guards kind of comes up with one of those, like, long kind of halberds from, like, maybe 7 or 8 feet away and just, like, goes across. He can't quite get out of the way fast enough as it slashes across his chest. The Warforged unit here. And you're watching as this kind of going on. You see it holds his hands up like this and just goes, "Stop! I want to find peace." As his hands start to rotate and fire just roils out of his hands and like a cone affecting both of them right here as this droid shoots like a burning hands kind of for our sorcerers or for our magic users. This kind of burning hands spell comes from there.
Ooh.
15
Yeah.
Okay.
You got cooked first.
I think I cooked.
The first one to get cooked.
Cool.
First one to go down.
They are going to roll dexterity saving throws. Ooh, and they both did bad. Okay. The 2 revolutions in the front here, as this droid's like, "I only want peace." Starts to like roast these individuals in the front. They are all, or the 2 of them, are going to take full damage. Immediately, like his kind of hands goes up, like singes the skin on the palms of his hands as just like he's sort of screaming out. So like they're still holding up like their bandanas across their face as they're trying to keep like privacy a little bit or a little bit of discretion. Jim and this individual there, they're still up, but they just took a decent amount of fire damage. Yes, as Jim is like immediately gets burned. That is going to be all them immediately. Yeah, 2 of them look pretty hurt. They're all been hurt already. Like the lawyers have taken 2 big shots. The Warforged looks okay. That's going to bring us to Jewel's turn, and we're going to kind of pause from this immediate look right here as we enter back alley outside the back of the tavern that you were sort of been pulled into. As your friend goes the other direction, you just feel like a yank on your arm as Zulir is kind of pulling you the opposite direction. You both kind of stumble in the back small little alley as you just hear like stuff going on about like 30 or 40 feet on the other side of this building.
We have to check it out.
Okay.
It is. How far am I from Barry?
You're not sure. You don't know.
Not sure.
Basically, like you're kind of
Behind
on the
that,
back side
of
over
the
here.
alley.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll run up to the front.
Okay.
Try to run up to the front. How far is that?
Are you gonna go around the back side, or you're gonna go back through the tavern?
Which one's shorter?
You're not really sure. Give me a perception check as we wait for this plane to go. 70, cool. You're kind of looking back. You're not familiar with this particular neighborhood or anything. You're kind of just looking. There's an alley that way. the quickest way is probably to go back through.
Okay. All right. Let's run back.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So I run through. I see Barry. He's right at the front, right?
Barry's kind of now, I would say maybe like 15, 20 feet from the
me?
entrance of the tavern that you come out of.
And how far did we run from the back? So far?
That's a good point. I would say that you probably spend like, we'll call it 20 feet. So you have about 10 feet of,
tavern.
yeah, you have about 10 feet of movement left.
All right. I run out towards Barry because Paragon's by him too, right? Or where's Paragon?
Not
still inside
just
of-
yet.
yeah.
He's kind of like at the precipice, kind of starting to come out of Roland's place, but not out in the street just
How
yet.
far is he?
Probably like maybe 40 or 50 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I run towards Paragon, and not Paragon, Barry, and I wave. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, no, I could dash towards him.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I'll dash towards him. I come up to him, I'm like, yo, is that your brother up there?
It looks like a lesser model of me, probably from a previous war. War is here. War is upon us. Where do I start?
Okay.
Malfunctioning right now, it appears. Exhausting
fighting?
fire from his hands.
You're
I probably could beat
invincible,
him.
There is no resisting. I am the most advanced unit ever created.
He might have a little delusional chip there to him, but I could probably take him, but I don't know what part of the war I am at right now.
Valuable assets up front. We need those people to find where the rod is.
I don't know those people.
Well, I'm telling you, you need them.
You are not my creator.
Yeah, or I'd shut you down right now. So we need these people. We need to help them. Do you think you could beat this Warforged?
I don't know if I want to defeat the Warforged brethren. He's an older model. I could probably train him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you don't deserve that. But
I could probably train him. Are those your friends?
they're associates.
So you don't care about them either. That's good. That's good.
They're valuable right now. We need them. You want to find out where the rod is, or you just worried about your maker?
They can lead us to the rod.
It can lead us to the rod. It can lead you to a good fight.
You should have
Don't
led
you
with
miss
that.
war? I feel like I said that. Just 2 minutes ago. So what are you thinking? You want to fight?
Before I could become a soldier within the war, I must talk to my creator. But as soon as that's done, I will help your associates.
You just
All
like
right.
sit down.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
I look over towards Paragon, and I can't really whistle, so yeah, I got that. And yeah.
We'll add that in. We'll add that in later.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, hold on, do it again. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
that was two. It was
That
two.
was
Yeah,
really
it was
good. That was really nice.
Up and down.
And I wave down.
Do I see them?
Paragon, her friends, her associates are fighting this war.
Do I see either of them or hear either of them?
Yeah, I would say now, just before you turn, give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
And then as you're doing that, use your action to dash over there. So is there anything else you want to do right now with like a bonus action or anything?
Yeah. Let me see what
And
I
then
got.
what'd you get
What
in
I got.
perception? 8?
I
Cool.
don't need.
You hear a whistle.
Yeah. You hear a whistle. You don't see us. Does he have dark vision like us?
Do you have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Uh.
Yeah, it's dark, rainy. You see fire. There's a glow of fire. It's actually like the glow of the fire coming out of this hand thing is like silhouetting everything else in shadow and stuff. So it's like only can really focus on the brightness of this.
Can I yell?
Oh yeah, I'll say you can do. You have like a bonus action kind of left, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
if there's anything smaller thing you want to do, you can do that.
Yeah. So I yell, Paragorn, come here.
Do I hear? I don't hear. Or do I?
On an 8, I'm gonna say not just yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Someone's so big he can't hear.
Yeah. As you're just watching, these people, this one guy that you know as well, you're just kind of in the midst of all this like roiling fire. That's gonna bring us to Zulira's turn.
I get scared and immediately cast mage armor on myself.
Cool. You're just like standing in the street.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Any other movement or anything or any?
I'm gonna look at Joelle's and her failed attempt to get Paragon, and I'm gonna say, Paragon!
Sweet. Give me one perception check.
Please be good.
No.
Oh yeah. It's you just
getting
heard
out of
someone
the way.
shout
Weird
like
shit.
Roland just shouted at you in the back.
hmm?
You're like, what? This is around. Cool. Mage armor goes up. You shout out again. Lots of stuff happening. Really loud. Can't quite hear it yet. Anything else you want to do? Do you want to move more, or do you want to kind of hang out here? I would say actually, kind of like running to meet. You probably would have had to. I would say that since you're using your action for mage armor and not to dash, you can probably get right to like the front of maybe a few feet outside the tavern, and you're probably like maybe 10 feet or so away from Barry and Jewels. Shout, and as you're sort of shouting, Paragon, you don't hear them, but it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I am going to walk. I'll walk outside and I'll basically try and just see what's going on.
Hell yeah. You go outside, you see like a commotion, a skirmish going on. There's like stabs. Oh, in the name of the law of the city of, as you like stabbed in the face. Fuck you, motherfucker! Throwing more stuff. It's just like chaos here as like people are kind of running and scurrying around. But yeah, you see this like warforged thing just kind of roasting people and this big fight going on.
Okay.
Seemingly between like a uniformed official guard and a bunch of like bandit masked people.
Do I see any of my friends?
Give me one more perception check.
Not a bad roll this time.
You're good. You're
That's okay. 15.
Yes. Left hand side, whole bunch of crazy shit going on. Right side, you see a couple of your friends by the corner of this little building right there. As you see, they're kind of like waving and looking kind of in your direction.
Okay. How far away from them are we?
You're probably like from there right now. It's maybe like 30 feet, 30, 35.
Okay. I should be able to make it to them. I have 35 movement.
Sweet. Yeah, I think you'll be able to make it. Basically.
So yeah, I'll move. Yeah, I'll move over to them. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna rush over to the side here. That is your movement. How about for your action?
I'll stow my battle axe and I'll pull out a javelin and I will just like ready an action of anything comes at us with like ill intent to either strike it with or just throw it at us. Throw it at it.
Cool.
If they're coming towards us.
Amazing. You're gonna hold that action. That's gonna bring us back up to the top. The revolutionaries. Let's see here. This guy's just standing in the middle of the street, not in front of cover or trying to hide in any way, as he's just
Nice.
shit talking. These like you see this big thing. He couldn't give a fuck. Like you motherfucker, you have no fucking idea. You've taken everything from me. We're gonna fucking kill you, okay? You fucking motherfuckers, Landingham pieces of shit. He's just like going off on these people. He's not going to throw another explosive, but he is going to pull out a little short bow. And he's going to shoot for one of them. That is going to miss. You see as the black-haired woman with the cigarette is also going to take a shot. Dang, that one's going to miss too. JJ with his big ol' sword is going to take one shot. Dang, they're not rolling good this time. And then the last one is not one. Wow, that's a rough round. They all miss. It's just stuff's kind of going on. You immediately see like the two of them are starting like the element of surprise is over, and now so basically like it's 2 versus now there's like 4 kind of there, and they're starting to feel the numbers shift a little bit. Their immediate jump, and it's suddenly becomes apparent that like the surprise was like the big move. Like they are not outfitted as strongly as this guard and stuff here. And they're starting to be like, okay, we immediately like, clocked one right off the bat. And now that it kind of like that surprise is over, it's like, it's starting to sort of shift back to like, there's a reason why these guys are guards, So unfortunately, they all miss on their attacks. But Barry, you do see this kind of going on as they're sort of fighting here. As you see the Warforged, like the fire stops out of his hands as he sort of seems to be preparing something else. And you see as like pulling back his arm. Give me an insight check really quick.
14.
14, cool. You see that you don't see any like runes or magic starting to glow up in his arm, but you see as he kind of pulls back, you almost get like an instinctive gut thing of like, in this situation, what kind of would I do? And you almost imagine that like he's about to have some sort of like arm blade or something come out. But as he's kind of like pulling back for that, it is your turn.
I like your associates who are not your friends who you want to save but you don't care about bravery, but It doesn't look like they can win this fight.
Well, can you help them? Can you reprogram that Warforge? If we get that down, we can take out those other people. They're just regular guards.
Reprogram a Warforged. No. But my creator probably can. I should probably
Creator, like, we're looking right at it. We can't just let them die. How are we gonna get them out? Anybody got a darknet? You
sure why I need to save them quite yet. Do you have a reason why I need to save them?
help finding the rod. They're gonna have information.
Can the High Guards help us?
No. People work for Landingham. I thought you were from this place.
I don't remember High Guards versus...
Let me tell you, they're not going to give you any information. It's probably him who paid those people.
Got it.
Who has that much money? Aren't you supposed to be smart? What kind of robot are you?
Barry, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
You guys should run.
You
Quickly.
yell to all of them? Great. Shout this out to them. You're kind of holding back as your voice kind of echoes out. And for the first time, it kind of... Okay. A couple of the loyalists hear that. You're not sure if they kind of like look over, clock you really fast. You're way in the back. You're not a problem, but they acknowledge that you're there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you shout at them to run.
Is there any... Okay, so the barrier, is there anything next to them? We're outside of a tavern. Is there any flammable objects in between the guards and the mercs?
Closest thing is that little crate. You're not sure what's inside of it.
Copy. And the Warforged, he's standing just on the ground now, or is he still kind of shooting from the thing?
He's kind of shooting from, yeah, he's sort of standing on top of the back of this sort of wagon as like the wheel, like the wooden wheels of this thing are sort of like creaking a little bit from the weight of this.
Got you. I'll tell him this. Can I ready up I want to ready up a caustic brew that I would like to toss between the mercenaries and the High Guards, and I will tell them if they retreat, I can help divert them or like help aid their retreat.
You want to like kind of shout that
I'm
out?
yelling that to them, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you sort of shout out like, run, I got your back.
Yeah.
As you're kind of like readying that sort of situation.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Give me a persuasion check right now with disadvantage.
What is it?
That was I see a nat 20
nat
on
20.
the disadvantage though, so it doesn't count.
14. 14.
Cool. Great. They definitely hear you. You're not sure exactly how much they take that into consideration, but you actually see as you're sort of shouting it out, the guy in the center who's been like shit talking, he's like, "What the fuck? No, don't! We're not fucking running, man!" As he just turns to face these things again.
Admirable.
Yeah, he's ready to die.
Run to your death.
Okay, that is going to take us to the loyalists' turn. I just rolled for all of them. Most of them are going to miss as these ones kind of run up here to try and surround JJ here. Unfortunately, they did pretty bad on their rolls. One of them is going to hit this other cloaked sort of rogue-like figure there for... Okay, all right, rolled pretty low for that. Now you see as like the Warforged kind of and jumps and lands out of the wagon in front of... Basically, like, kind of the guys have to jump out of the way a little bit as it kind of plants down right in the middle here. I'm just going to put him. He doesn't give a shit about these guys. Right down here as they kind of get out of the way a little bit. You watch as, like you were sort of expecting, this 3-foot-long arm blade comes out of this Warforged. As it just flashes for JJ, he's able to, like, duck out of the way as it goes right over his head here. You see as it rears back again and uppercuts right into the second guy. His second attack just kind of like absolutely rending in the inside right by the rib cage of this huge, heavy, thick steel blade. Just as one of the revolutionaries immediately just starts to bleed profusely from the side of his body. That is going to be them for now as they're all starting to surround them there. Jewels, that is your turn.
Okay. Is JJ the only one I know?
Seemingly of this group, yes.
Okay. I want to call them back. So there's a bomb kind of.
No bomb. Box.
It's what?
There's a box that's there, he said.
Oh, I thought that you were kind of obscuring their view, like they can get away.
No, I was getting ready to possibly do something. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to these two in their vicinity.
These ones up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
These two.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20.
No, right here between these two.
Oh, between these two
Yeah.
right here?
I'm gonna look at them and say, we have to get out of here and come back later.
I don't know who you are.
Word.
As you just
Yeah.
it's like,
Code? Secret code?
Yeah, I say the code. Bro.
Cool. You say this little code. What's the code word too?
Hootie hoo. Yeah.
You just see as like he's kind of looking at you and he goes, "What the fuck are you?" And he kind of like looks at you real quick and it's like, "Who?"
Listen, we can figure that out later. We gotta get JJ and whoever the fuck that is out of here, and then we can attack these loyalists later. We are outmanned. We're all gonna die.
We need what's on that crate.
What's on that crate?
I'll tell you when we get it.
Shit. How likely are we to take out this forge?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll fucking take out the whole. We're gonna take out the whole castle.
How?
We're gonna take out the whole city because we have the fucking willpower.
Right.
I like him.
Shut up.
So, what are you gonna do?
I turn to the woman and I say,
Much calmer demeanor. She's just like shooting people, smoking a cigarette.
is there no other time we can get what's in that crate?
You see as she sort of like, again, looks like she's locked in, but very much like takes a second, kind of looks at you as you sort of answer this question, pulls the cigarette for a little bit. I don't know if you will get enough opportunity to get this now, but no, it is dangerous, of course.
How many Molotov cocktails do y'all have?
There's like 6.
Six. Okay. Damn, do I throw a bomb? I look at y'all. What's up? Y'all want to fight?
You got to pick right now. That's in this moment.
Oh, it's
very,
in
very
this
fast.
moment. Ah! Okay.
He like you see this guy who's in the center here sees this kind of like trepidation in your eye, and he just like puts one in your hand, and he goes, "You fucking know you want it."
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go back to the Molotov. Cocktail. What is it? 12.
12, cool. You look, and again, it's not really an attack roll. You're not trying to hit anything. It just kind of explodes on the ground. On a 12, is it good enough to? What's your strength's pretty good, right? Give
Yeah.
me, that 12. Let's call
plus
that an
17.
athletics check. What is your athletics?
Ooh, my athletics is high. It's 14. It's plus 4.
Plus 4, cool. So we'll take that 12, so 16 total. That's a good throw. You whip this cocktail kind of in the back here as you're trying to get. You're not really like thinking. It almost hits like this little crate that's right here, but you're trying to basically get the blast to hit them and not the other revolutionists, I'm assuming. Yeah. Cool. You blast out again. They are going to take some saves. It's going to say it's effect 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say it doesn't affect this guy in the front here. The Warforged is kind of blocking him, but it is going to do 1, 2, and 3 of them. Okay. 2 of them are going to save and take half damage. 1 of them failed fully. So, okay. You see, flame goes out, glass shatters. Some fire starts to like roil around this cart that's like starting to like the Emperor's sort of like the wood doesn't catch immediately, and again it's raining outside too, so it's kind of putting it out a little bit. But the fire immediately kills this guy in the far end over here. Damn. And then these 2 right there suddenly look very hurt as this explosion goes out.
I am invigorated. I remember how much I love this shit.
It's the fucking best. Yeah. And that's because we're fucking right. And
fuck these
fucking cowards!
I don't even know who they are, and I hate them.
Doesn't matter. They're part of the system, and the system is bad, and we're gonna break the system. We're gonna rip it up from the fucking ground if we have to go in there with our bare goddamn hands.
These are my friends. They're gonna help us.
Yes.
Let's fucking go.
I look down and I see see this exchange of these two being chaos gremlins and just
Paragon.
try to take
We
try
need
taking
our
the whole
fucking
scene.
Yeah,
tank.
Okay. You chuck this, goes off. You see people start to drop.
Wait, I have a bonus action too, right?
Yeah, you do the bonus action if you want to do something.
Am I within the range of this fire, the war sword? I'm so far.
It shot out like a 15-foot cone, so it did it to about there. So you're kind of, if it shot from right here, you would be out of range.
Yeah. Would it be a bonus action? No, I've already asked them to come. Okay. Yeah, I just getting it ready.
Sweet. Zulir, that's you.
I am far behind Barry, right? Like I'm still not over there.
Yeah, you're back over here.
You've seen me.
Okay. And just to clarify, the crate that they're trying to get is that box.
The one on the
on
the
the
wagon.
on the wagon.
It's all okay.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier.
Yeah, I was
for
like,
us to
that
come.
box.
We could do it, man. I just killed one person. Fairly easily.
I'm gonna run up to be by them, so I can ask about the crate. Okay. Am I like if I try to talk to this French lady, can she hear me?
Yeah, if you want to stay here and shout towards you, you can do
Okay. Yes.
Welcome to the war.
Thanks, Barry. I'm gonna ask her. Is what's in the crate flammable?
The one we are going after? No, it is not.
It's not flammable.
Well, the crate is perhaps, but what is inside of the crate, no.
Okay. And how far are we?
You're about like 45-ish feet away.
We're 45, and Jim, Jules' friend, is in the front.
Yeah, right up here.
I turn to Lyra and I say, hit him with the Baja Blast.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the big guy, the Barry 2.0.
Roll an attack, please.
4.0.
4.0.
0.04.
15.
15 will not hit, unfortunately. Kind of like the flame licks over his enormous armored body. Not quite enough to hurt it, it seems like.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Paragon and say, "You can teleport." Is that true?
Oh yeah, they didn't see that because they were down. Oh no, you were. Yeah, yes, I can.
You can teleport. Do you have any interest in teleporting to get that crate so we can get the hell up out of here?
If you want me to die immediately, yes.
Well, might be worth it.
I see what you want us to do.
If we gather around you to go into the battle,
Do not worry, I have a plan.
Ooh.
I trust you.
Okay. So you're going to hang out back here. Yeah, I think you probably still have maybe like 15 feet of movement left or so if you want to move.
If you want to move up close.
If I move back further away, does somebody get to attack me?
Nope, nobody's around you right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go back behind, a little bit behind the house so I can peek out.
You're just like coming out like, nope.
Wrong. Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna put you back right.
Yeah.
There, kind of on the corner there.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Exactly.
Okay, that is gonna bring us to Paragon.
Okay, so I'm not sure of the range on javelins. Did not write that down.
I believe that they are up to 60 feet.
Okay, and they're within 60 feet.
Actually, it is 30 foot short range, 120 long. So, yeah, basically within 30 feet, you throw regular, and then after 30 feet, you throw disadvantage.
Okay, I will move. Because I have 35 feet of movement, I'll move up until the range of the automaton's like burning hands-esque thing.
Okay.
And I will throw. I'll kind of like hold two in one hand. I'll take one and I'll try and throw it at the loyalist next to the rogue on the right because he's been hurt, right?
Yeah, they've all been hurt. But
Okay,
yeah.
I'll throw one at him.
Cool. Roll an attack, please.
Please be good. That's pretty good. Dirty 20.
That will definitely hit.
Woohoo.
Roll damage for that.
Oops, that was outside. That's cocked. it's 1. Plus 4, 5 piercing
5.
damage.
Cool. 5 is actually enough.
Oh, cool.
As you throw this right through the neck, as it just roils back, falls down, hair is getting kind of burned from the residual flame going about there. It was this one right here, right?
Yes.
Or this guy here.
Oh, no, the one in front. Yeah, that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's dead. He drops down.
And then there's another guy underneath the...
Yeah, who kind of like got buffeted a little bit by when this big Warforged jumped down.
I want to take an action surge and throw another one at him.
Sweet. Go for it.
19.
19 will hit for sure.
Paragon's a go!
I roll it.
And that's outside. Oh my god, 5.
5 again? Cool. Yeah, you're just like aiming for accuracy, not strength, as you just throw these 2 javelins, hit both. The second one, this had a little bit more health left, so he's not quite dead yet, but he's looking very bad after that for sure.
And then I will move off to like the side so we're not like all like bunched up.
Okay.
Smart.
Kind of like on this side or this side? Back towards Roland's place? You just like go back inside. It's like, whoop.
I did my part.
Yeah, I'll be there. There's fine. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, great. Get 1 kill, go hurt another one as you're running through there. That's going to bring us back up to the top.
I think I do.
The revolutionists. The revolutionaries. Okay. They are way up in the fray.
Also, the other guy that I hit with the javelin, he has minus 10 speed until...
Oh, from the slow,
From the
probably.
slow, yeah.
Cool. Amazing. Okay. They are going to go again, and they're going to throw some attacks. JJ run up. He pulls out his sword again. He's just going to keep going until he is ordered not to. He's going to make... Yeah, the big, huge guy's right in front of him. Oh, JJ. JJ. You see it just slashes across through as it almost like tries to grab the sword as it's swinging towards him, but it just kind of like slips through its hand, but does not seem to damage it. The little rogue is going to go next. That one is going to hit. He's going to go for... Yeah, he sees the javelin going through the like one that you shot into the guy who like basically like hit him kind of in the chest as he can like roll back a little bit, and he looks really, really bad. You see actually as the road kind of like goes up and grabs the javelin that you threw and just like stabs it in further and like twists it and basically like cuts out this dude's like heart, and just kind of like pulls it back out as the guy drops dead. So he is out right now. Left in front of y'all is this big Warforged thing. There's 2 other ones in the back with these big, long
And they're hurt
halberd
pretty bad,
things.
right?
They've been hit twice, 2 or 3 times from explosions. So yeah, they're also looking not too hot. And as they all start to drop, that was just them. The other ones are going to go as well. We're going to have the hyped up fuck these guys, dude. He's gonna go next. He's not gonna burn another one of his cocktails. He's just gonna shoot with his short bow. That is going to hit, and she is gonna go as well. Oh yeah, now they're talking. Okay, 2 more shots are gonna go. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm rolling really great for that. They both get this dude out immediately. As he gets shot by these 2 bolts, pinpoint shots from 2 directions as they get in there. All of these guards are dropping to the ground as the revolution start to cheer a little bit. And they're like, fuck yeah, I told you, I fucking told you. I knew it.
Fucking go.
And you see, yeah, he's just like this like hyped up, jacked, like scrawny white dude who's just like eyes like big like this. And he's like, let's fucking get this shit. Running up, drop down. That is their turn, and before you go, give me a perception check actually at the start of your turn.
14.
You see that the last remaining kind of guard here starts to like, seeing how this is going, is starting to like back up and look like he's about to start retreating. But it's not their turn yet. It is your turn.
Yeah, kill him before he goes.
Kill
him, Barry, before he leaves.
I want to walk up to the lady with all the Molotovs.
Oh, him right up here has all of those.
Yeah. Can I Can I borrow a Molotov?
I don't know you.
He's good.
He's cool.
He's good. He's
Okay,
good. Go.
great.
I knew he was gonna tell that smoke.
I take a Molotov and then I like put it inside of me.
Do you know the passcode?
No, her passcode.
Oh, for me?
Are you vouching for him?
I'm vouching for him. He's here to kill them.
Okay.
We gotta get that crate, yes or no?
Are you one of the accomplices that is not?
I
a friend
swear to
that she
fucking
doesn't care
God,
about?
shoot the Molotov cocktail before he leaves.
Okay. I take the Molotov cocktail and I like put it inside of me, and then like telescopically it like comes back out, and I like use catapult and I shoot him.
Hell yeah. Catapulted with that. Okay. You're shooting at the big guy or at the dude, the last like human guy that's left?
I'm shooting at the last human guy.
Hell yeah. Roll an attack, please. This one with catapult will definitely be a attack roll.
12. Well, I don't know if I have a to hit right with that. It's just a.
For catapult, I think
a
it's
dexterity save 9.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's actually like they make the save instead of you making the attack. Okay, cool. In that case, they are going to roll a dex save. 12, you said?
9.
9. A 2 will not do it.
Yeah.
So,
Got you.
hits them straight in the face with this thing. Magical force from this, not just from throwing it with your arm, but from an actual catapult spell. It just goes, blast. You don't even have to roll damage. Absolutely kills this dude right away.
I'm like pushing my boy. I was like, I fucking told you. Take this forever.
Yes! Yes!
He's
you're
annoying,
good.
but I mean, who fucking cares?
Who fucking cares?
We gotta get this war forge out.
Goes, smashes across his face. Blood goes everywhere. As like fire and stuff licks all around. Fully drops dead. Only thing left is this giant mechanical warforged individual.
There's 10 of us. We can kill this shit. Now, but it can't take slashing damage, right?
You're not sure.
We're not sure. Okay, but it's my turn, no?
It is actually after you do that. Any other more movement or anything?
Yeah, I could just walk up as closely as I can, basically with the rest of my 30 movement.
Cool. It is now the Warforged's turn. As it's the Loyalist's turn, he is the last one left.
Oh my gosh.
You see as it's like kind of going, getting slashed at, its kind of arm kind of goes like this. You see its head really quick just goes and like swivels around 360 degrees as it's almost like its eyes were red. They flick to like a blue hue as it just kind of goes around. And you see it sheaths its arm blade, turns and specifically grabs this last guy who went down.
Whoa.
Picks him up. He's going to take attack of opportunities from both of them. That's a nat 20 for JJ.
Okay. That's what did?
But that doesn't affect this. It's only when the players do it. So we're staying. I think we're at 40 right now.
40.
Yeah. But that is huge. This is the first time anyone's actually going to do damage to this thing, which is nice. And he's going to crit on that with a great sword. So, oh yeah, huge. You see as he just like gets into like a small crevice joint of what this thing is, and just as it sort of like its arm kind of like shifts for a little second as it kind of goes limp for a moment, as it's kind of like starts to pile this body on the side. The rogue as well kind of gets in a couple quick jabs. It's still moving. It still seems like it's not collapsing or anything like that. Throws this one guy over his shoulder and starts like running off down the street.
Special guy.
Yeah, and you see like immediately goes like 40 feet, dashes another 80, turns a corner, and he's gone.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Let's fucking go.
The crate.
So,
Hi.
yeah,
I
the
can't.
crit, right? Yeah, you see like people like, fuck you, motherfucker! Just like going running around. Hell yeah, super hyped. None of the revolutionists went down. As they start going, like picking the bodies and stuff, people kind of like grabbing little coin purses, get a few gold from these guards and things. And you see immediately as the woman over here kind of like, and after this, like he's going crazy. She's kind of like, good, yes. Takes out a cigarette, kind of like puts it out, goes over as the rogue kind of meets up with her at the crate, takes out like lock picking tools and starts like going.
We're walking up to the crate
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
get
everyone's
us
going up
out.
the crate. They sort of open it up. You see that the guy who's like, after he's hyping, kind of going the street, kind of calming down a little bit. And as they're walking up. You hear him go, hooty-hoo! And you see like 3 or 4 young like kids basically kind of come out from the alleyway and kind of gather around this crate.
Where the fuck y'all been?
You see the
fighting.
rogue,
You want the kids to fight?
Yeah, everybody's part of the revolution.
the rogue pops open this crate, and you see as he starts like pulls out a small like note from his pocket, and all looking inside this crate, you see that it's full of about maybe like a handful of what look like magic items. And you see as like he sort of pulls out the list here, and the kids kind of like line up as if they're ready to like grab these, and you see the rogue kind of picks one up and grabs this like small little like wand sort of thing, hands it to one of the kids, and just goes, okay, get that to Mrs. Eddie on the line. And he gives like an address, and the kid goes like nods and then runs away. Starts handing like these things to these little kids, like these little couriers, as they sort of make their way off into the streets, kind of taking these little items and then
The kids had a
disappearing.
job. That's why they weren't fighting.
Yeah, sure. Their job would have been to bury everyone else.
Holy fuck. Okay, 2 questions. Who are you, and why do you look like that big guy?
Are you guys giving away magic items?
Either the rogue is like, well, we're not giving them away, we're giving them back to their owners who had them taken from them.
Why were they taken?
You haven't been around here that often, have you?
I've been traveling for a while, but I see that it's dire straits right now.
Sort of looking around. Look, it's fucking raining. I'm cold. We got to get out of here. Let's get off the street.
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
anything left in the crate?
Can I open this crate and see what's in there real quick?
Totally, yeah. You open it up. It's like sacks of wet, old, like rice and grain and stuff. That's kind of been
I was
left
just
out.
curious. I was going to blow it up, so I'm glad we're doing
Yeah. There's like bits of like uncooked corn. You're like, it could have
Okay.
been popcorn, I guess, if it blew out, but yeah.
Well, yeah, let's go somewhere. And I look at JJ. I'm like, JJ, we have to talk.
Yeah, I know. And he's
What's
kind of
wrong?
like
What's going
holding his
on?
side as he's like bleeding a little bit, pulls out some like gauze and starts kind of like wrapping up his wounds a little bit. Let's get inside. And they don't take you back into the tavern that y'all came from, but rather they sort of follow them around as you see, you walk for a few minutes throughout the city. You kind of leave the sort of center stone where you were at, and you head into the Harrows, the westernmost point of town, or the sort of the western section of town. The streets come much more narrow, not as well managed. Of course, the sort of civic upkeep of this place has fallen on hard times for sure, and definitely not paid attention to very much by the people in charge. As they're kind of winding and weaving their way around, you see, curious kids and sort of things kind of poking out and seeing them. They sort of all put their masks down now, and you kind of see their full faces as they're walking back, checking in with each other about like damages, injuries, stuff like that. And you see as the sort of like scroggly haired kind of squirrely guy sort of like constantly looking around and like doing all sorts of things. And you see as he's got like this powder in this small little sack as he's like sprinkling it behind everywhere you walk, as if to like cover tracks if there were any sort of tracks that y'all left. This is like going, and it's hard again, it's like raining and light out. It's like you can't really track tracks on cobblestone, but you very much quickly get the idea that this dude is like paranoid. And so he's very much like sprinkling this little dust around to kind of cover it as they all gesture into a small little alleyway with this swinging wooden sign and sort of candlelit interior. Very, very much smaller and tighter than the tavern you were in before. But as you all tuck your way inside, you see as the bartender kind of nods and sees the woman with the cigarette. She kind of like lights another one, nods to him, and he kind of nods to her, looks in both directions, and like a wall of glasses and like alcohol and stuff. You see like and pushes it open for everyone to make their way inside.
What's the name of the bar if it had one?
The name of this place is the Sprung Chicken. You all head inside, kind of close this thing. And again, this is like a small little room. There's very much not any big show. There's not like some velvet-lined, comfortable stuff inside or anything. It's not like some tucked-away hideout, but more of just like a tiny room inside of a nondescript building to be out of earshot and eyesight of any eyes or ears that they do not want to know that you are here. Tucked away in this little tiny room, there's some bottles out and some candles and things as you all kind of sit for the first time tonight and just sort of rest as these revolutionaries kind of gaze you up and down, look around. JJ kind of comes up to you. They're sort of like not engaging in direct conversation just yet, but JJ kind of comes up to you. He goes, Cam the killer. Killer Cam.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have you been?
Around. Obviously, it's a little hot. I see you guys haven't changed your ways. And actually, I'm glad. I need your help.
Okay.
We had an object, a magical object stolen from us, a very important one. And we have no idea who stole it from us. Nondescript sellswords with incredibly expensive equipment and potions attacked us.
Has that been in town?
It was right outside in the foresty area.
In Deweywood?
Sure. You heard anything?
I mean, people get items taken from all the time.
It wasn't like that. It was calculated. It was planned. They were waiting for us to come. Specifically us.
Okay. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. I don't know. That's not anyone that we know. We're not out there just.
How are you
taking
finding
stuff from
out
people.
where the magical items delivery is happening?
I mean, we have, and then you sort of see as this other kind of the scraggly sort of white dude is like, blah, 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 blah. Don't tell them secrets, JJ. I mean, we don't like you can't just come in here asking a bunch of questions.
I thought we bonded.
We're chill.
We was
we're
throwing.
good. We're good, but like
we saved
don't
your
know you.
asses.
I
Y'all
still
were
don't
getting
know you.
cooked.
We would have been. First of all, we would have been fine. Okay.
You were not going to be
We would
fine.
have been okay.
I tell you,
We
you
were
were
going
not
to
going to
be.
be fine.
We were going to be raiding
fine.
your bodies.
We were going to be fine. You were right about. Okay. First of all, I don't know. I know that we're chill and you helped out in fighting. That's all good and cool. JJ, I don't know who.
You don't even
these
know the
people are.
amount of work I've done for this organization.
What are you talking
JJ,
about?
what?
Who?
Is this the type of people that you're bringing into the resistance now?
Alex, relax. Alex, just calm down, okay? I don't know. As you can tell, people are a little testy lately. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry that you got problems. First of all, hi. It's nice to see you for the first time in a year.
Hey.
I have. Frankly, we have bigger things going on than one item to find. We got a lot of people. I mean, look, we have informants and things in the streets. The reason we knew tonight there was going to be a escort of goods for the last, few months now. Since you've been gone, you wouldn't know this, but for the last few months, the Landinghams and the Loyalists have been cracking down on civilians having any kind of magical item beyond cantrip level magic.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime anybody has anything that can do even low level magic, they're straight up confiscating stuff from people. They've been doing this for a while now. It sounds like y'all's item may be a bit higher than.
How long?
I mean, you should know, for the last, it's been over a year. They used to, focus on the big kind of stuff, if anyone had, which again, there's not that much of because getting really high level spell stuff is rare. But for probably like the last, 3 months or so, they've been really kind of banning as much stuff as they can. They don't want people having anything.
You think they're looking for something specific, or it's a control thing?
I mean, as far as I know, it's just a fucking control thing. Like, they, I don't know if they're, going for anything in particular. People are hiding stuff. People are afraid to use even, like, small things that help you clean up your shop or help you run your businesses. They're taking everything from everyone, I guess.
Do you know where they're taking them?
Well, there's a couple different spots. The one tonight, the reason why we knew where it was going to go is because we knew where they were taking it. They kind of have a couple of, defended warehouses and places like that around town. We don't know where they all are, and they kind of shift and move. It seems like they're And I know you kind of mentioned time. The last sort of 3 months, now that I think about it too, they've been a lot more diligent about their collection and hiding of the. I don't even know what they're doing with them, to be honest. I don't know if they're just stockpiling them. I don't know if they're using them. I don't know if they're just locking them up in a cellar somewhere just so that we can't have them. But yeah, I don't know if they're looking for something in particular or if they're just trying to fuck with us. But yeah.
Do you know of anyone who had a really special magical item stolen that you're able to retrieve back for them?
God, I mean, I don't know if, as he's kind of like trying to think, you see the sort of French woman who's like smoking out of the cigarette inside here. She gets up and she says, I am, we did not get the chance to meet. I am Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
There has been some big items taken, of course, from friends of ours, but nothing that is too, stuff like some sending magic, some messaging communications, some wand of fireball, some things to that effect sort of thing. Nothing to, I believe, there was one, I believe, what was that, Alex, what was that, there was one of the, there was a ring or something that was taken. He kind of goes, sits back a little bit, you see this guy, he goes, yeah, one of the, I can't remember who it was, but someone had a ring stolen from him. Some magical effect, something to do with, I think it was like a mansion spell. A magnificent mansion, that's what it was. Yeah, Mordenkainen, kind of fucking name, Mordenkainen. I think, yeah, something like that. I don't know. That was from some fucking yuppie, so we didn't really care that much because that was grabbed from someone that, I think that was taken from someone that lived in Plainkeep, actually. So we just kind of heard that it was taken from them. We're just not even sure if it was them or what it was, but it kind of was, they were sort of putting up a big fucking stink about it and everything. But yeah, other than that, on our end, it's mostly cosmetic or communication or, some evocation spells and stuff like that. But
And you're sure it's only been the Landinghams that have been stealing these magical items from poor people?
JJ kind of leans back. He's like, I mean, as far as we know, that's what they've been doing, and it's not just from it's from anybody in the city that seems to not have Landingham in their fucking name.
So even the other highborn people are getting their magic items.
And you guys don't help highborn people? I thought we help everyone.
Look, and JJ's kind of like, it's not that we don't help them, it's just that there's a priority, like some people have nothing, they still have a little bit, so yeah, no, they're kind of, but again, like even the people that are kind of getting fucked over too, they a lot of them still are loyal to that family, and again, this ring thing, like the only reason we heard about that is because it was kind of like, that's a big valuable item, and to be honest with you, like I don't even know if that was them stealing it or if they just fucking lost it or what, but
do you remember the name of the family?
No, sorry.
Okay. Well, you want to roll with us?
To do what?
Retrieve something.
To retrieve your guys' thing?
Yeah, we need help. I thought that's your thing.
It is, but... And so he pulls out his pocket watch again and kind of looks at it and he goes, oh, fuck.
What about Alex? I like him.
Alex is kind of leaning back, kind of like going through, checking his inventory of all this stuff, kind of looking at things. He's like, sorry, we got a little bigger things going on. Bernadette is also going to want to see us in a few minutes.
Then can you at least let us get some stuff for our old friend? And roll for persuasion?
Give me a persuasion check, yeah.
19.
19, cool. Look, camp.
potion, something. We're dying out here.
Yeah.
And a place to sleep.
I mean, y'all can. I think you guys earned at least a place to sleep for a night or two here. If you want to, we can bring you back to our like main hideout sort of place. This is just kind of like a little pocket set. We actually have to head over there anyway. We got Bernadette is waiting for us over there, so we got to go kind of debrief and tell her that things went well and tell her that that fucking tin can was able to make off before we could take it down. But that's also new too. You probably didn't see that last time you were here. Those things are not fucking.
Never seen
messing
anyone bigger
around.
than Barry.
Yeah. Again, why?
Yeah, so
does
let's
it
really
look
get
like
started on
you?
finding this item.
Well, let's go
Why-
get more materials.
Why does?
Let's get more materials.
Why do you?
We should probably go get some
fucking
more
look like
materials
that
then.
guy? What's your fucking deal? And he kind of like Alex goes up to you and is kind of like starting to inspect you and look around and kind of like, what do you?
Because if we act now, we could probably still
He's,
find
we call him Pinocchio. He must be a real
the
boy.
paradise. Or
The what?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying we should find the people who stole our thing. Let's get started. All right, thank you
He's
guys.
broken. Clearly, he just rambles random stuff.
I'll take a few more of those Molotovs.
First of all, I can't spare any. I'm sorry. That was a fight. That's kind of a big thing.
You did good. You almost died. You're lucky we protect you,
I
but
don't die.
good job.
I'll never die.
Nice try, bro. Stay good.
Dusty's over here.
Alex, we gotta go. Yeah. Okay. Why don't listen? I don't know how much we're gonna be able to help right now. We kind of have our hands tied a little bit, but if you want to come chat with sort of like our, I guess, she doesn't like being called leader, but you know, sort of in charge of the Try99s. So why don't you come with us to meet her? Because I'm sure maybe she'll want to hear about your situation.
Sure.
It would help too if we knew what we were looking for.
We can't share that.
You can't share that?
No. Just know it's very valuable. It's very dangerous.
Is it
I
cursed?
think we have to kind of share. We can tell what kind of object it is.
It's a rod.
Okay.
Rod or a staff.
Okay. What
From
does it do? Because if it does something the Lanninghams want, then
Think of
maybe
it-
they
think
took
of
it.
it like
It
a
sounds like they're
very-
just trying to create a magic safe zone.
Think of it like a very strong bag of holding.
Okay.
Magic is fickle. It's probably why they want to get rid of it.
Okay. Let's go talk to Bernadette, and then I'm sure she'll have questions for you. They lead you out of this little tavern, and you head down further into the city as you come across this kind of like almost makeshift community center sort of place, where there's like a couple, looks like some shop, and now it's like fully, it's probably like 10 o'clock or so it's like late. A lot of shops are closing down. And as you pass the streets, you can sort of see the kind of like worn downness of this city, and a lot of places are fully boarded up or, have like gone to disarray. And as you're moving down, you enter this sort of warm space. You see like there's kind of like families that are hanging out here. See there's like a little library. These kids are sort of playing around, as well as like a mixed, multi-purpose kind of space where all these people are kind of like, you're not sure if some people live in here or if they're just going to hang out for the night or what it is. But as you get inside, everyone make perception checks for me, please.
16.
16, 1,
Nat 1.
19.
19,
13.
13, cool. So everybody except for Zulira. Yeah, you see kind of basically what I was already saying, all these different families and stuff, you're hanging out, getting distracted by some stuff. Three of you see this woman who sort of wearing this like dark green, almost like beanie sort of thing on the top of her head as she's sort of chatting with this other young woman. There's like leather cuirass on top. She has this like long cloak that's kind of going over top of it, very much to like keep herself discreet if she's kind of traveling through the streets and stuff. She has this red bandana that's not over her mouth but kind of just like hanging down by her neck. As you see, she has these like big work like combat boots kind of on for multi-purpose, anything that she needs to do. Basically looks like kind of like a soldier, as you would see actually Barry, very much kind of like like a street soldier kind of thing of like a space in like a city with the proper gear and clothing to like really make it here and do well for yourself. She is chatting with this woman who's kind of like laughing and going on as you see JJ and Alex kind of walk up to her. And actually the sort of Roxy does as well, as the three of them walk up and kind of chat with her a little bit, whisper in her ear as she sort of then looks towards all of you and just kind of gestures you over as you sort of take a little seat in like a little corner of this big room here, this big open space. Definitely like still in view of people, but no one's really kind of paying attention to what you're doing here.
I take my mask down because I've been wearing one this whole time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Take my mask down. Hi, my name is Cam. We are in trouble, and we heard you may be able to help us.
Who? That should help.
Thanks, Barry.
Who? Cam, you said? Hi, Cam. I'm Bernadette.
It's my friends.
Yeah.
My comrades. It's Lyra.
Okay.
She's harmless. This is Paragon.
Not harmless.
Great.
When
That's
he
good to
doesn't
know.
want to be. It's
Uh-huh.
our tank. And this is Barry.
Prefer to cause harm.
He
Well-
can't really do it.
Alex and JJ were saying that you all held yourselves pretty well and helped them kind of secure some of those items for that were. I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that everybody's okay, and it sounds like you held yourself together well. So thanks. I guess you have our thanks here. We can use all the help that we can get. And you're saying that you need help.
Yeah.
What is it that you need help with?
So someone stole a magical artifact from us, and it was very well organized. It was a group of sellswords. They knew exactly where we would be and when, and they had paralytics, nets, the works, multiple poisons.
They
it
even
was
had enough cash to bribe us, depending on how the situation went.
500 gold. We didn't take it, obviously.
So sorry, they robbed you or they paid you?
They gave us the illusion that they would, for less effort, just give us the gold that we'd hand it over, or they'd just blast us, which the latter happened.
After I said
Interesting.
fuck you, I wasn't going to take some loyalist money.
And
We don't
you
know
do-
if they were loyalists.
We know,
They were
well,
completely covered up.
whatever.
We assume
We're
who
not
could
going to
be.
give it up.
Did they say anything? Did they look like any like features or characteristics or?
They look like none of the larger or smaller races, any of the normal humanoid type of people.
They had heavy crossbows. Multiple, about 6 of them.
They downed 2 of my friends
Okay.
Thanks for bringing that up.
really badly.
Okay. So these people, and you said this guy that was sort of, there was one dude that was kind of talking to you?
He was the only one that was talking. He had kind of like a bowl cut. They all usually had very nondescript clothes, completely covered up from head to toe. The only defining feature from any of them was the one that did all the talking. Had a odd bowl cut haircut, a bit scrawny.
Was there anything else like about him, like any tattoos or piercings or the way that he talked or moved or anything?
Talked kind of someone who's used to working in the underworld. That's the only thing that we could really tell. They had no descript features. Everything was covered up, so if they had tattoos, we couldn't tell.
Give me a history check real fast.
13.
Cool. You also remember from that encounter that for some reason, this individual kind of stood there and kind of watched y'all a little bit and kind of like, as opposed everyone else sort of left. And this guy kind of like did this thing and kind of just stood with a slack-jawed sort of expression for a few beats before leaving, which you thought was kind of weird.
Okay, and I'll relay that also to them as well.
Okay. Bowl cut. Stick around. Alex, does that sound like fucking Dylan the Lingerer? Yeah.
I knew they'd have information. Where is this Dylan? Can we find him?
If you find that motherfucker, you tell me immediately. He owes me some money. And that's why I want to find him.
Do you know where we'd be able to find him?
Honestly,
Well, if you could spare anyone, it'll make it easier for us to find him.
well, this is the weird thing. Dylan is like, he's like basically a fucking nobody. He's just like a 2-bit kind of like smarmy kind of guy. He does like some shit jobs here and there. We've run into him a few times. He's more of a nuisance than anything. I know. And you see Alex is like, if that motherfucker had 500 gold pieces to give you and not for me, what the fuck, man? And you see Bernadette is like, well, that's the thing. Is like, as far as I know, there's no way he would have that much money.
He had an employer. He took it for his employer.
He was laced. He had multiple poisons. He strapped to the gods.
Okay. So he's working for someone. Okay. That makes this more interesting. Okay, here's what I can do. I don't know where he lives. I know that sometimes he hangs out by the spot by the docks. You might be able to find him there at some point. I don't know. I don't know who he's working for or what this whole situation is, but if he's involved, it's probably nothing good. I'm trying to respect your privacy here, but if we don't know the kind of nature of what this item is and you can't tell us, I don't know how pressing we need to be with finding it back. Is this something that like...
We need to find it within the next
10 days.
10 days.
It's a rod that offers protection, a considerable amount of protection.
Okay.
And we need to find it within 10 days.
Okay. Why don't you start by, I can give you the kind of directions where this place is. It's a real shithole. But when I tell you where it's at, maybe you can find him there.
Just the docks.
Yeah, by the docks, kind of in the north. It's still in the Harrows, but sort of like north side of town. Y'all are in the south right now. She gives kind of the directions of this place. The Sunken Grindstone is the name of the spot. And she kind of, said those stuff, and you see as Alex and Roxy are kind of chatting with him a little bit. And she's like whispering with him a little bit. She's like, I know, I understand. I get it. I know. We're as happy as I am that last raid went well. That has not been the case lately. We've lost a lot of people in the last few months, and so I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much manpower we have right now to help you go do this, besides a bit of information. I'll keep an eye out for him if we see him around here. I know Alex wants to find him, so I'm sure if he does, he'll be able to get some information for you, but I wish we could help out more.
Do you have potions, scrolls?
Our potions and scrolls, our
powder?
supplies are getting pretty thin, and we are saving some up for, we have a job tomorrow that we're kind of prepping for, and we're gonna need some potions for that.
What kind of job?
And you see Alex is like, kind of a big smile flashes across his face.
If it gets us closer to what we're looking for.
And he's like, well, even with all the shit and all the garbage going around here, all the richy riches seem to not give a fuck about the squalor of the city. And Mr. Teddy Landingham still thinks that he can throw a big fucking birthday party and we wouldn't notice. So what we're gonna do tomorrow night, when they're fucking having their wine and their little roasts and all that fun little merriment, we're gonna fuck up his mind. And then we're gonna fuck up his birthday party.
With homicide.
You're gonna kill civilians?
No. And Bernadette's like, no, sorry. Alex, you get very excited when I relax. Like, I want to fucking I understand, Alex. I understand. Holy fuck. I'm glad he's on our side. We're not gonna kill civilians. Ted Landingham is a fucking narcissist. And every time his birthday comes around, he makes all of his employees come and celebrate with him and shower him with gifts and praises. And so when that time comes once a year, normally that mine is working round the fucking clock. But for his birthday, most, if not all, of the employees kind of come out of there as he kind of has this big fucking ball and waste a bunch of money that they could be given to other people. But that's besides the point. While they're distracted doing that, we are going to go and fabricate a little bit of a cave-in at his mine to slow down their sort of source of income. We're expecting maybe a little bit of resistance here and there, but no, we have no intention of hurting civilians. If there's anybody there, we will get them out ahead of time. And that's as much as I'm interested in, but Alex kind of convinced me too that it's not just enough to kind of ruin this guy's source of income. He wants to rub it in his face. And so at the same time, we're going to be having sort of a small kind of counter unit go inside, sneak into the birthday basically. And as the explosions go off in the mine just outside of town, we'll message them, they'll rally it and well, you know, cast a illusion or some kind of spell and show Teddy to his face what is happening
That
to
is
his stuff.
so dumb. What if they get caught? You just said you don't have that many people.
I know. It's a matter of sending a message.
Messages work better with blood.
You see, Alex is like, all right, I'm back on your side. I'm fucking, we're back on your
Well,
side.
either
Okay,
way, all
we're
right,
fucking
well,
back.
let's go to bed. And then we can't help you with this, but we can look for that fuckface Darby.
Dylan,
Whatever.
I know.
And then go from there. What do y'all think?
When he has this birthday party, where does he usually have it?
At the keep.
Who can get in and out of the keep?
I mean,
Can loyalist guards get in and out?
I'd imagine so.
What are you
Is
thinking,
there
strategist?
no merit of potentially sneaking in there while this is happening? They'll be distracted.
And it's not just that we're going in there to rub in the face. I mean, they're going to try to go in and, like, it's part also, like, a scouting job, you know, like, eventually if we're serious about kind of taking the keep at some point, we're going to kind of want to know the insides of it and stuff. So I know it's risky, but if we could shut down, one, their mind, two, do it in his fucking face, that goes a long way showing the people in this town that we mean fucking business and that this revolution is real and that it can be done. And we need people on our side more than ever. And if we spit in his fucking face on his birthday, it's going to make him very, very angry. And we want that.
This could be an opportunity for us to scout the area.
Mental warfare
What
is
other
still
time will we be able
warfare.
to get inside of the keep?
We may be able to get more items to help us too. Potions, some provisions.
We can look for this Dylan guy during the day. At night, we can try and attempt to help you with your escapade here.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
So let's take a long rest first, and then come back and get our day going.
Cool.
Before we, as everyone's going to bed and stuff, I'll want to like try and ask one of either Bernadette or I'll ask any of the other like revolutionaries if there's any specific things pertaining to like the loyalists, like any kind of salutes, any kind of things they usually do, like common things, like if you're needed to go into certain areas, there's something you need to do, or if there's any kinds of like formation things that they do. Just getting information on the loyalist to put myself in the place of if I was able to like sneak in as a loyalist potentially.
Totally. Give me perception, or sorry, persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not one.
Can
Follow that bar
I-
right there. We're
can
now.
I recall?
I think we're balanced now. 40
Right.
the
Yeah.
good side and the bad side.
Can I recall like a history because I was a revolutionary?
And what are you kind of trying to recall?
Or anything about the loyalists.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah, mine
will-
was
I
for the
could share.
loyalists, not the revolutionaries.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but I'm
sure,
saying
yeah,
I
yeah.
was a revolutionary, so I probably
Okay, cool.
would have known.
So real quick before we do that, we're gonna resolve this because you're trying to ask them and talk to them about it. And on the nat one, You kind of approach them on your own. He's sort of going to her, and she goes, yeah, we have some information of what we know of some of their patrols and things is the reason why we knew where they would be kind of tonight. To be completely honest with you, though, I don't know you well enough to sort of share all our full information that we have. We kind of have to keep that close to the chest for the moment. But if you were to help us tomorrow, then you would be more privy to it. But until then,
What if I was able to do this? And I will, on my shield, there are a bunch of runes inscribed, and I'll kind of draw my finger over the enemy rune, and I'll invoke it to cast Disguise Self, and I'll turn myself into a Loyalist Guard.
cool. Like with Disguise Self.
Yep.
You, as you go, and you see like immediately some of like the kids and people in this place just like see you shift into this garb of like magical thing, and they sort of get a little nervous a bit as you see Brady like, it's okay, all right, it's just a trick, it's just a disguise, honey, it's okay, it's all right. This is very impressive. Please don't do that again in front of these people.
Sorry.
They're very jumpy.
Just trying to,
They're very nervous.
You could have said it. You could have
and then I'll
smart.
drop the
Okay.
spell.
That's very good to know. If you are willing to kind of go in with this sort of smaller strike team, that could be very helpful.
The reason I ask, I just need to know what they do in case I encounter someone of authority, so I can act appropriately.
Okay. Give me one more persuasion check.
2.
A 2?
Jesus
I-
Christ.
All tactical 9, maybe?
Can I?
Okay, plus
persuade
9. 11.
11? Okay, cool.
I'll burn that 7 wind.
She goes, okay, yeah. We'll share some of that information to kind of get you. If you're in, then we'll share it with you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's take a little bit more privacy here, and we'll go and we'll chat. You guys look like you could use a rest, so let's do that. Give me that history check, please. And this is for, again...
15.
Cool. And this is like kind of figuring out, again, about the patrols and kind of things around here.
Or like any history I knew of that area when I was part of the resistance.
Oh, of like the inner keep kind of area. Yeah. 15. So you would know that it is well guarded, well protected. There's sort of an inner gate. There's like the big city gates and walls, and then an interior sort of small place that has its own gate that can be open and closed, its own sort of walls. And then even within that, there's the actual keep itself, like kind of the castle. You probably have not been in the actual, like their home basically, but in this smaller little Plains Keep neighborhood, yeah, it's just a lot of like really nice businesses, very like Rodeo Drive kind of Beverly Hills sort of thing, of just like a lot of money, a lot of out of sight, out of mind with the rest of the city kind of thing. So there are like shops, there are people there that are not part of their family or anything, but definitely like they like glad handing the people in power. They like the inner circle basically of the Landinghams kind of hang out here. And there's maybe like in that whole neighborhood, there's maybe like, you know, a couple hundred people. Like it's not compared to the rest of the city, like thousands, like there's not that many. It's a pretty small spot. But maybe I would say, yeah, like a couple, maybe 200 or 300 people or so live in this little smaller inner spot. Yeah. So as we all kind of take a breath and you're getting ready for your first rest of the time here, is everyone sort of staying in this spot here? Is anybody going out and doing any more things on this particular night?
I was going to go, before I take a rest, go talk to my creator.
Cool.
By yourself?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's the danger in that?
It seems dangerous to walk around.
Yeah.
I know this
Find
city.
out.
It's a pretty good city.
You all get some rest. Kind of, they show you these small like little bunk areas. It's nothing super comfortable. It's what they have to offer, but it's comfortable enough to be inside, get a long rest. You kind of like curl up and get what comfort that you can. Barry, you head out of this place and head into, where do we think that Garrick would have his shop? Like kind of what part of town do you think?
I think it's in the middle of town, but it's so kind of run down and look like it shouldn't be there that like no one really traffics it. But it's right there. You just kind of dust off the sign a little bit and go on it.
You head in that direction, walk down some familiar streets. It's the part of the city that you know best because you've been here before many times. And as you approach the familiar building, give me a perception check real quick.
7.
7. The windows of his shop are completely boarded up. The front door is smashed and kind of like flapping in the wind of the storm that's going on. There is nothing inside but broken shelves, ripped up equipment things, broken bottles, nothing that's really salvageable. This entire place that your creator has lived for and sold things out of is entirely abandoned and seems to have been for some time now.
All right. I'm still kind of looking around because there's no way that this could be that way. So I'm like, Garrick.
You sort of like start shouting into the
Garrick. Garrick. I'm kind of knocking on stuff.
Yeah, you're going inside. You're looking around. You are searching around. You don't see any signs. Give me another perception check in here real quick.
Switch it up. 1.
That one.
Nat 1.
How many nat ones have we had in the future?
4.
Actually,
that's
I
three,
forgot.
three.
That's going to go whoop right over here. I think we're at...
We're at 3.
Or it's going this direction, so it's going to go
Yeah.
that away. Okay.
Why are you rolling?
Okay.
No, exactly.
You're looking around this place, kind of like going through any sign of anything. You're not finding any... There's no, traces of blood. There's no kind of anything looking around. You're just shouting out again. You are so kind of distracted, your head down is sort of focusing. You do not hear the heavy boots that are now standing in the door frame. And you just hear a voice come up from behind of you that goes, "I'm sorry, can I help you?" As you turn around and you see a loyalist garbed, big long tabard, this tall, bearded individual that has like a flail kind of on their back, and they have like one hand that is ready to go into it. And behind them, you see this kind of like squirrely little like half-elf individual who's kind of like whispering and like pointing at you, and it's like, yeah, and then kind of like backs away. And he sees this individual with his hand on his side look at you and goes, "I don't think you're where you're supposed to be right now." And that's the end of episode 2 of 10 Days to Paradise. Check in with us next week for episode 3 to see if Barry gets out of this little situation.
Yay.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Woo!